Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. Look, it's like a snow globe out there. Happy to see the snow. Gordon, it's snowing out! Good, 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 good. All right, so the very first thing we're gonna do here, this is my cornstarch and borax. So we're gonna use the borax as kind of the activator, whereas in the last recipe, we were using the microwave to heat up, to use heat to activate and get the polymers to line up and hold hands. But now we're using the borax. Borax is used in slime recipes. It's not the best, but we're gonna try it because I've never tried it before. So it might be the best. Who knows? You know what I'm trying to say? All right. So the very first thing it says for us to do, as I'm following, is to make the borax solution. Be careful with this because you're making an acid. So borax is looks like this. It's got one of those really cool optical illusions where it's like a picture, and then a picture, and then a picture, and a picture, and a picture. I forget what that's called, but it's pretty cool. It's a math thing. I remember seeing it in university. Okay, so you're supposed to take warm water. So I'm gonna run the warm water for a bit. I'm feeling it. It feels good. And they want you to take half a cup. Now you should have these little measuring tools in your kitchen. Ruby, what are you doing?
Nothing.
But I'm gonna take a half a cup of water and put it in a bowl. And then I'm gonna take a teaspoon. So a teaspoon. A teaspoon is actually smaller than a tablespoon, so be careful. And there's no B in it. So there's my teaspoon. Very small amount of borax. This is gonna be kind of hard, but I'll pour it into the sink and try to capture as much as I can. Oh, come on now. Come on. Okay. All right, so I've got 1 tablespoon of borax. I'm gonna put that in there.
Why you got it?
Hey Google, play Beastie Boys Check Your Head. Need some music first, a little get inspired. Alright. So mixing the borax and the water up. Borax is like, it's really good for washing clothes. Like if you use a detergent and then throwing a little borax, it's supposed to like increase the I don't know, the cleaning power of what you're doing in the laundry. Okay, so I've done that. Pour 1 tablespoon of glue. All right, so the glue I'm going to use in this one, so we are going to use glue with this borax, is I'm going to use this like awesome glow-in-the-dark glue. Because. I have this white glue, and I think it was Gracie or somebody had clear glue, and that's all good too. How much does it say to use? 1 tablespoon. So that's the big spoon that you have. So it says 1 tablespoon. Yeah?
Is this chocolate or not?
It's definitely not chocolate. I think those are like, I don't know, stock for soup or something. It looks like chocolate. So
I don't see what both of them
tablespoon of glue is kind of difficult, and it's even more difficult when I think about getting it out of this tablespoon, but I'm just going to follow directions like I've been told. Tablespoon of glue. I'm shaking it. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your glitter glue. Shake your glitter glue. Got it. Okay. So don't eat that. I'm not joking. It's not what you think it is. And everybody in my class will see you. Alright, so I'm using like a popsicle stick to get this glue out. So that's what they want. They want us to put the glue down. And I might even use my finger a little bit. to get the glue out of the tablespoon.
Na, na, na.
All right. Add a half teaspoon. Okay, so out of this little concoction here, this is the borax and water. You're going to take, it says, a half teaspoon out of here. So half teaspoon, and put it into the glue. So I think that there's something going to happen here. And I'm putting that in. And allow the ingredients to interact. So just I'm kind of mixing, but I'm just trying to get them to touch each other. And I noticed something very, very quickly. I think I made the slime here. All right, so I'm allowing these ingredients to interact. The glue has totally lost its stickiness, or starting to anyways. It's starting to just kind of build on each other. And I forgot to add the tablespoon of cornstarch. I was wondering what's going on. So 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So once I got the glue down and I add the borax, I'm doing 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. All right. And here's what it looks like now. This makes much more sense. And so you'll have a bit of a challenge trying to gather up the glue and the cornstarch all together. And it says once it becomes impossible to stir, so I'm getting to that point where I'm trying to gather as much cornstarch with the glue and the borax as possible. Once it becomes impossible to stir, I'm going to use my hands, right? Yeah, okay. So this actually looks really, really cool. A lot cooler than my last one, but I didn't use glitter glue on my last one. All right, so I'm using my hands now to try to gather up. Can you guys see this? Maybe you can. Might need both hands to kind of get it going. Ooh. Now, this is really, really sticky. So I'm thinking that I need a little bit more of the borax. So instead of, just like in my last one, instead of using a teaspoon, I'm actually just gonna wet my fingers in it and then get that going in it. And yeah, that's the way to do it. But ooh, a lot more difficult than just the cornstarch and water. But I'm not gonna give up. It's gonna need a little bit more. All right, there we go. So when you get your, if it's way too sticky and you can't work it in your hands, dip your fingers into the borax water and ooh. I've done it 3 times at least, dipping my fingers and just getting it going. And I can tell. But if you do it too much, then you won't be able to kind of work it into a ball. So right now I'm trying to work it off my fingers because the glue stuck to my skin a little bit. But it feels really, really, really elastic. So it feels squishy. And it feels kind of mushy. So I'm wondering, I think in this recipe it's going to ask us to wait about 10 hours. So it'll be probably really cool later on today, tonight, or even tomorrow. But I'll show you guys tomorrow. Hey, do you want to come and sit with us? All right. Well, we're making this ball. Feel this. Does it feel cool?
Yeah.
Does it feel like it might bounce? Okay, do you want to throw it on the ground and see? Whoa, it bounced. Okay, cool. What's that? Okay. So, yeah, this is a really, really cool. It's probably cooler than just the cornstarch and water. It's got a cool color, so it looks cool, but it's also like pretty, it's not as, doesn't feel like it's gonna crack. Like, I'm gonna compare these two now. So, this one kind of still feels like it's delicate, like it would crack if I threw it against a wall. But this one feels like it feels really cool. All right, so that was experiment number 2. So here is the cornstarch and water, and here is the cornstarch, borax, and glue, and a little bit of food. No food coloring in this. Ah! Okay, so I'm just going to turn you guys off, and I'm going to make another recipe that I hope everybody can try all of them so they can compare the different polymers that we're making here. Cool.